FountainPenPals.com presents How to Design Stationery Without Your Computer, Lesson 1, Border and Easy Monogram. Poorly filmed, but great information. And these are the projects we're working on. You're going to need some tools and supplies. You need a paper trimmer with a good blade. You're going to want detail scissors. Martha Stewart is my brand. If you're going to be making your own monograms. Also, if you're going to be going for more advanced designs, I highly recommend a Xyron sticker maker with permanent adhesive in the 2.5 or 5-inch version. This is my Xyron sticker maker. I love it. Another optional tool that I use all the time are my EK Success large punch tools. My favorite is Real Estate Sign and Square Flourish. Here's Real Estate Sign. You need a copy machine, otherwise you're going to be paying to make your prints of stationery, and then you're not saving any money over buying it. You also need adhesives. My favorite is the Tombow Mono Permanent Adhesive, refillable. And I also am a big fan of the Martha Stewart ballpoint glue pen. I've only ever seen it on Amazon, but unless you put too much on, you really can't make a mess because it makes a very clear line. If you're going to get fancy with decorations or monograms, get some washi tape. 1 inch or wider is the best for decorating paper. It's inexpensive and it's effective, but it's very addictive. You can also get decorative duct tape. It's pretty wide though, so be careful how you use it. I'm a big fan of black letter stickers. I get them in multiple fonts and sizes, and I get a lot of them. Or I get a couple of different fonts of stencils. I make sure my stencil fonts are wide enough that after I trace the letters, I can go ahead and cut them out easily with those detail stickers. You're going to be buying craft paper. I don't recommend that you buy single sheets at the craft store. They're like 80 cents a piece, whereas a book of craft paper of about 36 sheets is going to be anywhere from $5 to $10. And bigger pads obviously going to be more. I love Colorbach. It's cheap with a lot of options. K & Company, Pebbles, Jim Holtz. A note on Jim Holtz, make sure you're getting all the same size paper and you're not getting a multi-pack. You're going to be tempted by the awesome photography images? No. As well as foil and glitter paper? No, doesn't work. And here's a preview of a future lesson, envelope making. Color box, all chalked up, is perfect for making classy envelopes that are great for sending to a man or a woman, and it's usually a $5 add-on on Amazon. You need a couple of sheets of writing paper. You want writing paper that is going to be exactly like the writing section of the stationery you're making. So get wide ruled or thin ruled as you prefer, dot or grid, whatever you like to write on. And now that we have all of our supplies, here's how to make stationery border. You're going to get your craft paper and cut it to the same size as the writing paper that you're using. So if you have letter writing paper, 8.5 by 11, cut your craft paper to that size. That's also called copy paper. It's the standard US size. The other size that I work with a lot is A5, which is about 8.25 by 5.75. So what we're going to do next is cut your writing paper to your desired size. So maybe 1 to 2 inches smaller than the craft paper you have now cut. There you go. You want to cut it small enough so that when you place it on top of the craft paper, the craft paper shows around the edges, making the decorative border. Add adhesive to one side of the paper. Glue, put a line all the way around all 4 edges and make an X, but don't make it too wet. I recommend using the Tombow. Scorp tape is very effective, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. So next we're going to center our writing paper over the craft paper so it looks even on each side. I do it by eyeball, but you can use a ruler if it's going to help. Adhere it securely so it's stuck together. You now have a completed master sheet for stationery. Now, I used cardstock to make these, but if you use a craft paper that is regular paper, you're going to want to protect it for storage. So you're going to back it with a piece of cardstock, or perhaps you have watercolor paper. You just cut it to the same size as your border and glue them together, and now you've got something that you can store for a long time. So don't put design elements on your master. Try design elements on copies only. Keep the master clean so you can always go back and redesign it. So finally, let's monogram it. This is your personal stationery and you don't want just a border. I love those black cursive or calligraphy stickers. Sometimes I make my own monograms. And always trim the white edges that the printer leaves on your design, or it's gonna look real sloppy. And here is a bordered monogram design. It's not too fancy, but it's certainly my own. Okay, I'm going to show you some more advanced designs that I made to show you what you'll be able to do when you get real good at this. You can see more by going to etsy.com/shops/snail mail fountain pens. Fountain pen snail mail. I forget. To get a better price than the shop and have access to unlisted items and features that are not available in the store, go to Facebook Messenger and find me, Jocelyn Stengel. I've got a black and white profile pic. I prefer to talk to people in person. That way we can make sure you get a package that's perfect for you, and maybe I'll give you a little discount if I'm in a good mood, and we can negotiate a fair price rather than some set price for a set amount. So this one is for the little girl in all of us. This is popular with guys. I just think that these monkeys are adorable. This one took me a long time to figure out how to do, but I love it. I hope that this one ends up being a good seller. I'm a serial pen pal, so of course I had to make this. My pen pals seem to like it. I like to make horizontal designs. I just think they're real cool and unusual and surprising to the person who reads them. This is a dot page. Butterbies, Love Bug. I have a lot of versions of Jars of Love. This one, Dear and Love are written out for you, and you just sort of fill in the names. My most popular design is the fountain pen ink with red lines. I do those lines by hand, and I'll show you how in another lesson. Can't sell this one because I'll get sued, but I can certainly write my own thank you notes on it. Another horizontal design. I love this one. Under the Sea. This is kind of popular. I just made this one. Party Time on Dot Matrix. This is for any happy occasion. Here's some A5. This one has pink lines. It's another unicorn option. Here's some daisies. Now this one, the writing area is A5, and I made a larger border area. Same with this one. The total size is greater than A5. Another unicorn option. I call this one Chit Chat. This is my small cupcake. And here's where we're getting fancy. I've started to make these imaged shapes to put the initials on. So these dual image decorative shapes, envelope, postcards, and yeah, and that's it, are going to be future lessons. And I think they're just a really cool accent. Here's another one with pens for my friend Mario. And we'll have a lesson on postcards. See, I love that. You got little dots behind the pens and then the envelopes. This one just has the pens and it says hi. And this has kitty cats writing letters and it says write. And you just use a ruler to do the back. Okay, so we're done. I lost my place. We're done. This was presented by WriteRightShopCheap.com. Love, Jocelyn.